I continue walking. Moses has questioned himself. Israel has lost hope. Pharaoh believes his throne is untouchable. But God did not send Moses to negotiate. Now the staff will fall, the serpent will rise, and the river Egypt worships will bleed. The Lord said to Moses, "See, I have made you like God to Pharaoh, and Aaron your brother shall be your prophet." Moses would receive God's command, and Aaron would speak it before the king. They had no army chariots of gold to carry the staff and the word of God. God warned that Pharaoh would harden his heart, signs would multiply, but the king would refuse to listen. Then God would judge Egypt and bring Israel out by acts of power. Moses was 80, Aaron was 83. Heaven did not call them too late. When God spoke, the brothers obeyed.
When the river turns red
And the proud crown shakes,
every idol falls silent.
every false power breaks.
You can harden your heart,
You can laugh at the sign
but you cannot stop God.
when he says they are mine.
Let my people go.
Hear the warning begin,
Mercy stood at the door.
but he would not let it in.
From the staff to the serpent,
From the throne to the flood,
Egypt challenged the Lord.
then the water became blood. Moses and Aaron entered Pharaoh's presence. When Pharaoh demanded a miracle, Aaron threw down his staff before the king and his servants. It became a serpent. Pharaoh summoned his sorcerers and magicians through secret arts. Their staffs also became serpents. Imitation appeared to stand beside divine power. Then Aaron's serpent swallowed every one of theirs. Egypt could copy a sign, but it could not conquer its source. Its magic imitated power, yet the Lord's power consumed it. The battle was already decided. Still, Pharaoh's heart grew hard. He watched his signs disappear and chose pride over surrender. Truth stood before him, yet he searched for an excuse to disobey. The next morning, Pharaoh went toward the Nile. That river was Egypt's lifeline. Water for family, strength for crops, wealth for the kingdom, and an object of worship to the people. Moses was waiting on the bank. He said, "The Lord, the God of the Hebrews, sent me to say, let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. But until now, you have not listened." Then came the warning.
By this you shall know that I am the Lord.
The staff would strike the Nile, its water would become blood. The fish would die, the river would stink, and Egypt would struggle to find anything safe to drink. God struck at the heart of what Egypt trusted. The river they treated like a god could not defend itself from God. The Nile was never the source, it was only a gift, and the giver had been rejected. Before Pharaoh and his officials, Moses raised the staff. Aaron stretched it over the Nile, the canals, ponds, reservoirs, and every gathering of water throughout Egypt. The water turned to blood. Even water stored in vessels of wood and stone was struck. The fish died, the river stank. The people could not drink from it. Blood covered the land like a message no one could erase. Pharaoh's magicians produced a similar sign, but they could not restore the water. They added imitation to devastation, but offered no rescue. May reproduce a wound only God can deliver. Pharaoh turned and walked back into his house. He refused to take the plague to heart. Behind palace walls, he ignored the suffering spreading across his kingdom, while ordinary Egyptians dug around the Nile searching for water. 7 full days passed,
7 days of thirst.
stench and a warning. Pharaoh pretended not to hear, but ignoring God's message cannot cancel it. Pharaoh could walk away from the river, but he could not escape the one who turned it red. Exodus 7 teaches us that God's calling is not limited by age, weakness, or past fear. Moses once asked, "Who am I?" Now he stood before Pharaoh carrying heaven's authority. It also shows the difference between imitation and truth. The magicians could mimic signs, but they could not heal the damage. Most of all, this chapter warns us about pride. Pharaoh received a command, a miracle, a warning, and a judgment. Each refusal made the next refusal easier. Do not wait for the river to turn red before listening. When God confronts our pride, He gives us another opportunity to surrender, while our hearts can still hear His voice.
The Nile is bleeding,
But Pharaoh has not surrendered,
the first plague has fallen.
but judgment has only begun.
Next time the river,
We'll release an army no sword can stop.
the king wanted another display of power.
God will answer with frogs. This was Bible Walk 57, Exodus chapter 7.
One God,
One promise
one road.
to freedom. Keep walking.